Starting a business is hard. Staying in business is even harder. Here are some stories from our members on the South Side. My name is Al Ariola Jr., President and CEO for the South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. We are pleased to present our podcast, The Business. Thank you for joining us and welcome back to The Business Podcast hosted by your South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. I am Al Ariola Jr., President and CEO for the South Chamber. I am joined by one of our board members, Mr. Chris Rodriguez from Generations Federal Credit Union. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at Generations?
Well, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Al. Thank you for having me today. So my name is Christopher Rodriguez, and I'm with Generations Federal Credit Union. I've been with Generations for more than 12 years now, but currently I'm in a role of a member engagement associate. So what we do in our role is we promote the credit union. We're like business development, marketing, PR, a hybrid of all. We're basically out in the community working with our community partners, our core relationship members who are people that work for the city.
Gotcha.
And just basically promoting our products and services and giving back to our community.
Well, you mentioned the core of your membership is a lot of city employees. That's where Generations Federal Credit Union started as, right? It was the credit union for the city?
Absolutely. So actually this year we celebrated 80 years in San Antonio. So it's our 80th anniversary. Thank you. So we were formerly known as San Antonio City Employees Federal Credit Union. So we were founded by people that work for the city, specifically firefighters and Fire Station Number 1. And from there, we've grown to one of the 5th largest credit unions here in San Antonio.
Wow. That's a true San Antonio story. With respect to Generations, you mentioned you being out in the community and your role. I think you do it quite well. So much so that you were one of our board members. And again, thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing leadership, not only obviously within the community, but specifically to the South Side, because I know that's a dear place for you, right? You're a South Sider?
Absolutely, Al. It's always dear to my heart. I was born and raised on the South Side, went to school on the South Side, grew up on the South Side. I know all our landmarks here on the South Side. So It was a very passionate experience for me to be part of the board, to be part of the South Chamber and support you guys.
So I know you really, really are a true South Sider. Without putting you too much on the spot, growing up in the area, what were some of your favorite spots? Do you remember?
Well, first of all, one of my favorite spots to eat would be B&B Smokehouse.
Of course, we had Bruce. We had Bruce on the show too. That's funny.
I love B&B, and especially every Sunday going to Del Rio.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Well, they make tamales too, right?
Yes, they make barbacoa, tamales, the best tortillas in the world. Actually, we're ordering several cans from them later this week for our branches, so we're super excited so I can test one.
So they've been around a while, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are my go-to places. And then obviously just the parks in San Antonio, especially our South Side. I grew up closer to Palo Alto College, the A&M area, so I would go run in the track there. South San High School is where I went to high school, so that's where I graduated.
Well, that area of town the southeast side has obviously picked up some steam and it's developing fast. The southwest maybe not as fast, but you're seeing stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And the new Pearsall Park's in the area. There's some, like you said, parks that are really, really helping become a staple. And then I guess with A&M now down there too, that you're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff, right?
Absolutely. The growth with A&M, the community expanding, Palo Alto College expanding with more buildings, more facilities.
Yeah.
The Pearsall Park is another great park that I love to visit with my kids. Go up hiking on the hill and stuff, the track. Yeah. That's always fun.
It's a beautiful park too. You keep saying Del Rio. I'm from Del Rio, Texas. Right?
I know, yeah. You're like, hey, what's over there?
No, but I saw that. I've seen the Del Rio Molino, and so
you got to go check it out.
Shout out. So, Chris, also too, you've been so much so not only involved in our board of directors, but also on our City South Leadership Academy, and I want to personally thank you for that. It's a serious commitment to be on our steering committee where annually you want to tell folks a little bit about the program since you've been so involved in it.
Absolutely. So in 2014 I applied for the City South Leadership Program, and that was something that I was always passionate about, wanting to get out there in the community, also personal development for myself. So when I was accepted to the program, I was beyond the moon excited to start and get to network and meet other people within the community and within San Antonio, and that just developed and progressed a little bit more. After I graduated the program, I was invited to sit on the steering committee, and I sat on the steering committee for about 4 years. And from there, we go over the curriculum, locations for classes. The scholarship's a huge piece that It's our legacy project every year, and that was something we're very passionate about. Every year we would raise more than $10,000 for high school seniors here in the South Side.
Yeah. So for you, the folks again not familiar with our program, it is available for young professionals or professionals alike. As Chris mentioned, we go to different economic assets in the South Side. It's something that right now we have a current class. This year with COVID, it's been a little bit less on site stuff, but hopefully going into the next year, we can definitely get back out there and do some site visits like we used to. Remember, like the Toyota tours were always cool. I mean, seeing what's going on at Holtcat is amazing. Their new facilities are incredible. I mean,
absolutely.
The growth, like you said, has just been unreal. Chris, let me see also too. You mentioned some of your favorite spots. Do you have any like childhood memories that you're really fond of from the area?
Let me think. Childhood memories, of course, going to South Park Mall.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Going to South Park Mall before, when there was still KB Toys. Those are some of my memories, Toys R Us. But just being out there, and something else, I'm sure because you're very familiar with San Antonio, but also going with my grandma to San Antonio Shoes.
Yeah, Sauce, and then the factory down there.
Yes,
and my popcorn, right?
Yes, my grandfather worked there, and so did my grandmother. They worked there for many, many years and retired. And those are one of my favorite memories, going and visit them. My grandfather was there, the shoemaker. So when you walk into the front store, they had an individual there sewing the sole of the shoes. Yeah. That was my grandfather that did that. Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are my favorite childhood memories of me being out there with my family and just being out and about. Growing up, we didn't have too much.
Sure.
So just commuting on public transportation, being out and about. So that's why I'm so passionate about higher education, for not necessarily for my kids, of course, but also for high school seniors, to pushing them to do more.
Right,
there's always more that can be done out there, and that's what we're all about.
Well, and you mentioned the scholarship program that our Leadership Academy takes on every year. They've given from everything to GED scholarships to college scholarships to again, to your point, is just knowing that education is something that's going to help advance their access to better jobs that are definitely in the marketplace that we know about. Again, that we see with the Leadership Academy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yes.
So you've been a loyal chamber member. You've been an awesome board member. You've been awesome to be involved in our Leadership Academy. Is there anything fun memories that you have so far from being a chamber member?
Yes. This is something that nobody knows, but I'm going to tell Al. I remember one of the years that Al and I were in the class together. Yeah. We were at Toyota, and they were doing some kind of class activity, and all of a sudden I see Al jump on one of the students' backs. You remember that? I have a picture. I'll show you sometime. It was an activity. I forgot even what it was about.
We were in the same class, right?
Yeah, we went through the same class. So Al and I went through the same CSLA class. So that was a blast. And then, of course, kicking it off with the retreat, which is something hopefully we can roll back to in the years to come. But that was a blast. The memories, just getting together and bonding.
We really did have a good time, man. I remember, and yeah, maybe I was the class clown or the troublemaker, right? The president and CEO was being the troublemaker. But yeah, no, it was a fun year. I remember we had our retreat, which was incredible. For those folks, again, that don't know our program, we do a weekend retreat, leadership bonding activities, a lot of fun. Again, please check out our Leadership Academy if you're interested. Chris is definitely still involved, and again, we appreciate everything you do for us, Chris. Going back to generations,
yes, sir,
and work. What you guys got going on right now? Anything you want to talk about? Some stuff I know you guys are always active in the community, give back not only to the South Side but to the greater region in general. Anything you want to talk about right now?
Well, I just want to bring awareness to the holiday season. There's a lot of families that are struggling right now due to the current circumstances. So if anything, always give to the nonprofits. The chambers help a lot within our community, specifically the South Chamber, but also our partners like Blue Cares, the San Antonio Police Officers Association. Yeah. They collect toys for children, for less fortunate families, and they do a lot for them. Specifically with Generations and our products, we rolled out an updated My Advantage checking, which encompasses credit monitoring, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, travel rewards, and you get all that for a minimum of $5 a month. And there's so many more benefits that I can't think of all of them because it's a lot to list, but it's a great service program. And then, of course, just like everyone else, we have excellent and very competitive loan rates. We have rates as low as 1.99, 90-day deferral on your first payment. So we have a lot for our members, and we try to work with our members specifically because of the situation we're currently in.
Well, and you mentioned your members, and I think, and we've seen this in the marketplace about just getting folks on the South Side more acclimated with banking services and banking products and things that can help them achieve success and wealth, in their own household. For those folks that don't know, especially that there may be even a reluctance to bank, there might even be this misunderstanding of what a credit union is. You know what I mean? So for those folks that don't understand, what is the difference?
So the main difference between a credit union versus a bank, credit unions are nonprofit. They're member owned. With us, we're member owned and community grown. So we're a nonprofit. There isn't all these other fees to even establish an account. That's some of the things that we have to break down the barriers, especially in the South Side.
Right.
People are very hesitant about opening an account because they're afraid. They don't know what to expect. They don't want to be denied. But with us, we really do help a lot of members. $5 is all it takes to open a membership account, $25 to open one of our great checking accounts. And then the one thing that it goes back is, in order for you to have anything, credit, right? Credit's super important, right? Credit follows you. So we offer services for GreenPath. We have microlinks for our police and fire departments and their families to go through different courses to help them get financially savvy.
Gotcha.
Because once they're financially fit, it helps their household all the way around. So with that being said, there's a lot with that going on.
Gotcha. Any other current, I guess, promotions that beyond the ones that you've kind of already highlighted? Is there one specifically that you've seen a lot of folks respond to?
Yes, our mortgage loans, our mortgage and our auto loans, because unlike now, the rates are unreal.
Right.
So if you have an opportunity to refinance your home, definitely consider Generations Credit Union.
Right, and you mentioned, and we've briefly gone over the pandemic. I think as a Chamber of Commerce, we've continued to remind folks to, again, shop responsibly, live responsibly, show some love. But at the same time, let's keep the engines of the economy rolling.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of, obviously, folks were adversely affected. Are you any plans in December for any kind of give back programs that you guys are working on right now?
For the credit union specifically, yes, we're always giving back to our partners. The chamber for one, but also I know we have a lot of things going on for the community. So the number one thing that we're promoting right now are the toys.
Gotcha.
The toys for the kids.
Gotcha.
So that's the one thing that we can do.
Is there anything that folks can go drop off somewhere, or is there something? I know COVID right now, I know we're working on our own drive too, and COVID was, something we were navigating through. Anything?
Yes. So you can always visit the branch and let them know that you want to make a donation to Blue Cares. Gotcha. They do have an account with us, so we can make a monetary donation.
Gotcha.
We recently had to close our lobbies again, so we did have bins in there where individuals can drop off toys, members can drop off toys.
Yeah.
But with that changing, now we can do the monetary way.
Okay. Well, and there you go. That's what I was going with.
Yes. Any one of our community locations.
Okay. Great. Chris, anything else you want to talk about, man? I mean.
No, I just really want to thank you guys for your time, and specifically you, Al, and your team. Y'all do a phenomenal job each and every day with the community. Y'all are out. Y'all are active. Y'all are engaging.
Well, I mean, look, I'm going to...
No, I'm being serious.
Well, no, thank you for that. But I've always acknowledged that you guys are the driving force of this. Board members like yourself that give us direction, that give us a vision, that help us guide what we need to get done. That there are certainly goals that we need to accomplish. With your work, with Generations, with the Chamber, is it something you want to brag about? I'm going to make you brag about yourself if you can.
Well, I just love being involved.
Dude,
I love being involved.
You are, and like I said, thank you for that.
We did great. Unfortunately, there's always room for growth, and especially with times, the blood supply, right? So let's talk about our recent...
Oh, there you go. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that, right? So the Feel Good Festival that we had recently, there was a need for a lot of things we had planned out, obviously had to change on the schedule.
Right.
But the blood drive exceeded. We went...
Well, this is where I'm going to tell you, where I'm going to say thank you again. Staff didn't say, hey, let's do this. And you connected us with the community need. The blood drive demonstrated the need. You went out of your way to get us all set up, basically, with the blood drive. You, as a volunteer leader, went out of your way to make sure, kind of coordinate this event. Obviously, staff helped promote it.
Absolutely, yes.
But, I mean, I think we kind of accomplished the goal that time, right?
Yeah, we had over 35 units of blood, and sometimes people that sign up to donate can't donate for whatever reason. They're on medication or they're not feeling well at the time. But, you guys steered us in the right direction. Then from there, we got involved with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, got the mobile bus on here, got the units, got the individuals registered, got things confirmed, excuse me. So, I'm very happy with how it turned out.
It turned out great. And again, well, there you go. That's another example of just one thing that Chris has done. I mean, there's so many. And that was just recently in October. And I know we're going to continue to explore, continue to do that because there is a need, right? I mean, they demonstrated that pretty clearly to you, huh?
There's always a need for that. Now it's getting to the point where the pandemic, they're having to have people wait for surgeries because they got to keep that blood supply available for individuals who are unfortunately in car accidents or have a bad experience under the ER, whatever the case is. So that's something that we hope to do. And then now that I'm on the events committee with our events committee team and Connie from Brooks and everyone else, we want to see what the future holds and schedule another event like this, hopefully.
Right. Well, Chris, you've been an incredible member, as I've been bragging about you. And you've been pretty much involved with the organization as long as I've worked for it. Yeah. And so, you become a little piece of my family too, so to speak, of my Southside family. And you have a dear piece of my heart too.
Thank you.
So thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for caring. Thank you because it just shows a level of commitment, or maybe something special about our organization is that it's easy to just get involved, put something on your resume, and move on. But you not only got involved, you stayed involved. You're giving back, and you're really showing folks. And I hope folks can see that this is what the point I'm trying to make. That it really does take folks getting involved. It isn't just a Chamber of Commerce is not just this magical organization that just gets things done. It's folks like Chris that come to the table with ideas, suggestions, and passion. I mean, you demonstrated that passion for the blood drive to the board that, hey, this is important to us. This is happening now to us, especially for Southside, that we know there is that healthcare gap that we're dealing with too.
There's a real need for that, definitely.
Yeah. Well, Chris, any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs to my girls and my wife. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but happy holidays to everyone. Y'all stay safe. The vaccines going out slowly.
Right.
Numbers are still kind of on the rise. So just be safe. Stay home if you need to, and wear your mask.
There you go. As simple as that. Wear a mask. Like we've been saying at the Chamber, stay safe, show love, and shop South.
Absolutely.
So everyone out there, I want to thank you for joining us today. You have been given the business by the South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce.